Aston Villa may be one of my favourite teams to watch in the Premier League this season. Morgan Rogers is on absolute fire right now. Absolute fire. We may be looking at, on current form, the best player in the league. On current form, there isn't anyone doing what he's doing. Both goals today, stunners. The first goal is an absolute joke. And we've seen this from Rogers for quite some time now. Free kick away against Leeds. Scores an absolute peach against my team, Spurs. 10 wins in a row. Unai Emery, mathematically, I don't care how you want to talk about it, mathematically, they are in a title race. And bearing in mind, they haven't necessarily got the quality in depth as Arsenal and City. But what they have got right now is a group of players that are so invested in what Unai Emery wants to achieve at Aston Villa. They're my pick right now to go and win the Europa League. And that isn't even a debate right now. And they're my pick right now to go very, very far in the FA Cup. Make no mistake about it. What we are witnessing is a team right now they look unstoppable. I'm not going to lie. They look absolutely ridiculous. Home or away, the same level of performances. You know, Watkins recently has been amongst the goals. Matty Cash, another good performance. 2 very, very good goals from Morgan Rogers. And you know what? It was actually a very, very good game. But listen to these results. Just listen. 1-0 against Man City. A 2-0 defeat away against Liverpool. Then they've beat Maccabi Tel Aviv, Bournemouth, Leeds, Young Boys, Wolves, Brighton away, Arsenal, who only one other team's done this season, Basel, West Ham away, and Manchester United. Then they haven't got an easy run of games. I'm not going to lie to you. We've got Chelsea, Palace, Spurs, Arsenal, and Everton in the next 7 or 8 games. But they don't look like losing. Honestly, this isn't the same Morgan Rogers that we see last season. Unai Emery right now has unlocked some sort of demon inside of him because the finishes, we're not talking about tap-ins in the 6-yard box. We're talking about pinpoint top bins. Left foot, right foot. It doesn't matter right now. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts. It really would be greatly appreciated. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel as well. The road to 100,000 subscribers is well and truly on. We did drop the match reaction for the Arsenal game earlier today. If you haven't already, please go and check that out. Now, I want to bring up the lineups on screen, and I just want to talk about Rogers. I'm not going to lie. He's unbelievable at the moment. He's so good to watch. He's the only player in that Villa team that I really think's got, flair, where he can create a moment out of nothing. He can create his own individual chances. Because the first goal, McGinn's passed it to him. He touches it out of the air. And he's basically on the sideline the ball's about to go in for a throw. And then he drifts in, cuts in on that right. And the finish is it's stupidly good. Obviously, Man United had Lamens, Shaw, Haven, who actually had a really good game, to be fair. First half, he had it off the line twice, put in a decent performance. Yoro, Dallo, Bruno went off at half-time. Now, of course, Bruno going off is obviously massive, and it kind of tilts everything in Aston Villa's favour at that point because he's the only one, for me, in that Man United team that has the consistency and the quality to create chances. Sesko missed the sitter in the first. He has to score that chance. Cunha obviously took his goal really well, and Mason Mount, obviously, he's gotten a decent run of games now. Martinez back in the net. Matty Cash, Konsa, Lindelof against his old team. How much better, by the way, has Lindelof been under Unai Emery? You know, when you've got a proper coach there, Onana and Kamara right now, one of the best double pivots in the league. And Yuri Tillemans, man. Yuri Tillemans. Bearing in mind, they signed him on a free from Leicester. Rogers, McGinn, and Watkins. You know, the first goal, like I said, McGinn sprays it about, 30-yard pass. Rogers touches it, with his left foot. It goes in the air and he brings it back down. He then drifts out wide, cuts him. And bearing in mind, he hit the shot. He had a shot that hit the post as well from a flick on. I think it was Maatsen. The ball went into the box. Maatsen drilled a volley across and he had a flick which hit the post. So he could have had a hat-trick today. Like, honestly, the form he's on, it's genuinely obscene. It really, really is. Absolutely obscene. Like, yeah. Genuinely, what we're witnessing right now, it almost reminds me of Palmer's run at Chelsea on his first season, where everything went through him. That's exactly what we're seeing. But yeah, that first goal is stupidly good. Runs in, finesses it straight into the don't know about the lights on, straight into the back corner, and Lemens has got more chance getting a hand on the sun. Man United, fair play, they bounce back 2 or 3 minutes later, and it's a good finish from Cunha, to be fair, who's got 2 goals in his last 2 games. But Aston Villa do what all the best teams do, and they bounce back. And I'll come to the second half in a minute, but just look at this Premier League table. Look at this Premier League table. They're now 7 points clear of 4th. And if they beat Chelsea, which I'm not going to lie, at this moment in time, I think they will beat Chelsea, they would go 10 points clear of 4th. Liverpool are completely back within amongst it now in that top 4. If Man United would have won today, they would have been on 29 as well. Sunderland are somehow up there. Crystal Palace are only 3 points off top 4. Like, the mad thing is, considering how bad we've been down in 13th, we're only 7 points off 4th. Genuinely, that is how crazy this league is right now. And they're one of the best defensively as well. Look, only 18 conceded. Only City, Arsenal, Sunderland have conceded less. Genuinely, Unai Emery deserves massive praise. He really, really does. Second half, ROGERS stole the show again, scored another really, really good goal. Comes in from the left-hand side again, gets a deflection, falls into his path, and he whips it straight past Lemens and makes it, 2-1. And as soon as they got that goal, I was like, well, do you know what? Well, that's that done, isn't it? Because Man United are very hot and cold at the moment. 1 minute, they look really, really good. They look like they're going to score a lot of goals. The next minute, nowhere near it. But look at these results, man. I want to go since that City game. City lose to Liverpool, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 wins in a row. And I'm not going to lie, these run of games, like, they're not easy. They're really, really not. Like, I do expect Villa to drop some points. If they go and beat Chelsea and Arsenal, then my word. Because that would be 12 wins in a row. And in that time, they would have beaten Brighton away, Arsenal potentially twice, Man United, City in there, Chelsea in there. I think they beat us comfortably in the FA Cup. I think they beat Forest and Crystal Palace. Chelsea and Arsenal, though, both games being away from home, I'm not so sure. Like, if they go and beat both Chelsea and Arsenal, because what annoys me is, if this was a Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, City, we'd be talking about Unai Emery like he's one of the best managers in the world, and he is. When you look at his CV, he's won league titles at PSG. He's won 4 Europa Leagues. They're probably going to win another Europa League. Villa will win the Europa League this year, which means another one for him. They look like the team to beat right now, genuinely, in terms of their performances. Like, who right now is playing better football than them? If someone tells me, fair enough. Like, I just don't see who is. And of course, now they haven't got a game until next Saturday. So it's 6 days to rest, recover. They're not playing League Cup. Of course, Chelsea have played more football than them recently because of the League Cup game. But this run of games here between now and the 18th of Jan, we're really going to find out what Aston Villa are made of. We really will. ROGERS on form. Watkins back amongst the goals. Yuri Tillemans, bossy midfields. Martin is back in the net. A defensive partnership that's working. A double pivot that's working. And one player who right now is on absolute fire, and that is Morgan Gibbs. I was about to say Morgan Gibbs White. Morgan ROGERS. Genuinely, it's absolutely obscene. And make sure you go down and drop a like on the video if you haven't already. And make sure you do hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. I am out.